thick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight, cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like, what you want? What you want? I got Jesus giving money, what you want? I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry, so I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye, cause I can never really want you unless it's money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like, I ain't mean it. I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sequence.
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud gonna throw right away. Open man downfield, it's Kincaid. And they are not gonna catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Texans have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here.
Dig deep.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Oh, what an unforced error. Timely moment, just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he will go all the way. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. An extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good. And the Seahawks come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone. Not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. In motion now, it's Collins. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The tight end Kincaid in motion. They'll run it for the first time with Case Brown. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Jamal Hill there for the tackle. Here's Brown. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
That is taken at the 10. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing now from the gun. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This is intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Understanding the coverage shells of cover 2 is critical, especially for the linebackers, Mike. They're responsible for those underneath zones. There is some vulnerability to this coverage unit if you don't have guys who understand their assignments. But I'll tell you what.
To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And it'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down. But that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
3rd and a yard. They'll motion over Metcalf. They'll try and run it with Walker. Inside the 40. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A big play for Seattle. 47 yards. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. That one is caught. It's Hudson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a handoff to Walker, running to the left. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. He'll send a tight end in motion right. So, first quarter in the books. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. Trying to keep the drive alive. Going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. He pulls it in around the 5. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a first down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A 4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Big chunk out of bounds, just shy of midfield. A big play after being backed up. An even 40 yards. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. That is quickly out to Diggs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
A carry here for Brown. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
I don't mind the play call, Mike. We've seen him on this possession have a lot of success through the air. So now you try to change it up and think the defense is selling out to stop the pass. Just try to sneak a draw in there. Not much luck. They're able to take him down for a loss.
They'll run here with Brown. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. That's complete to Diggs. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
On the ground, it's Brown. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass.
To the goal line and in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Houston. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
From the back line of the end zone, a surprise, he's bringing it out. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. A gain there of 27 yards. Now they'll set up to throw. And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last 2 drives, same story. Continuing to drive, have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. And in motion, it's Diggs. Stroud to throw here on first down. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. A second down throw for Stroud. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. This has been bizarre. From second and a mile, a huge gain, but still short of a first down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
From the gun, here's Stroud. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. The extra point, up and good. And the Texans will take a 21-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Calvin Austin now from his own end zone. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Oh, yeah, we got where that came from.
First and 10 now from the 36. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks draw closer here. It's 21-14. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Jamal Hill there for the tackle. So we've reached halftime here on NFL Kickoff Weekend as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Calvin Austin now from his own end zone. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
And that is just the spark you are looking for coming out of halftime. And you find yourself down, you need a little change of mindset, you need someone to be the spark, and that might be the ticket right there.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll look to throw. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant. 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
Higgins sent in motion.
At the 37-yard
Back to throw. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. Here's Walker. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal. At the 4-yard line.
One more time with Walker. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll run with Walker. Powering forward. He's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. They'll find Brown out of the backfield.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Gets this away, and it's a good one. Angling toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. A tight end in motion now. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do. And, man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Finding room at the 35. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate. And that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
They motion a receiver right. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And a short pickup, too, about the 42-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He's going to have he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And that was very nearly a disaster at this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Walker. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. They'll put him down right at the 20, but they'll also move the sticks. That is a 1st down picked up.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. This one complete to his tight end, Fant. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown. Tie game, 4th quarter. This defense knows the importance of keeping this thing at a 3-point game. What a big play there with the tackle for loss on 1st and goal.
They'll go with him again. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
So on 2nd down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
Now, faking the give. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So big kick coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to grab a late lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. They move out front and take the lead here in the 4th quarter. So they lead by 3 here in this 4th quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Now Stroud. to the left side into the hands of Collins. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here comes second down. In motion now, it's Collins. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
On first down, it's Stroud. He'll go right and find his running back. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his fourth touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the back line of the end zone, a surprise, he's bringing it out. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. This is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete to Higgins. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose. and forcing third down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And it's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. They go down to an 8, and that's the way to start the new campaign. One game, one win here in this season opener.